Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, how are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Starfield video. So, brief, but cool today, and this is the first one we've had in a while, which is cool. And we finally got a break in radio silence from Bethesda on the subject of what the heck's happening with Starfield. So, as you may be aware, the last time we had any information, updates, anything changed really on the Starfield front was back in November. Up until that point, they were running 6 weekly-ish updates to the game, putting out bug fixes and community-requested improvements, things like that. And, of course, back in September, we had the Shattered Space update. And, yeah, I enjoyed that. I had good fun playing through that. I thought it did some classic archetypes pretty well in the Starfield concept. And, yeah, I really enjoyed it. But since then, we've had those 2 updates running to November and nothing since. And, yeah, that's been a little bit sad. So, finally, Bethesda have broken their radio silence over on Twitter. And shout out to Aurawolf, who you're about to see popping up, as they were the one who managed to pull this one out of the ether that is Bethesda's silence. And get, well, at least confirmation of something that we already knew. And confirmation is good, especially when you've had however many months it is of radio silence, 5. So, yeah, let's take a look at what the post says. So, Aurawolf has posted, this is great, talking about some of the Starfield team who went to a rocket launch recently on their own, own time or whatever. So this is great. I love Starfield to bits, and I'm still playing the game to this day. Great. But you really need to start communicating on what's happening with the next update stroke DLC. And the bit off the bottom there is, please and thank you. And that's a fair comment. Way back when, Todd Howard said that the plan was to release one major DLC for Starfield every year, for at least a while anyway. Don't know how long that is going to be. It was an open-ended observation, but that was the plan. And if that plan continues, then they must be well underway with it, because we're not quite 6 months, but getting there towards 6 months on from the release of the last one, so definitely want to be hearing something, and we now know that something is happening. So the response was, we know you're eager for an update, and we truly appreciate your passion for Starfield. The team has been hard at work, and while we're not ready to share specific details just yet, we have a lot of exciting things planned for the game this year that we can't wait to talk about when the time is right. We're always listening and taking your feedback to heart. Thanks for being part of the journey with us. So, yeah, really non-specific, but it's nice to actually hear something official that confirms that there is something coming. As I say, we know that they're working on something, big air quotes for no, because Todd Howard did say they're absolutely going to put more DLC out post-Shattered Space. In all likelihood, speculation, guessing, but that will probably involve a payment for it, because it's DLC, they usually do charge for that. But, there you go. Speaking as a member of the 76 community who have probably gotten used to free updates, it's a different scenario. Anyway, probably September, that will be the logical time. It might be in the run-up to Christmas, depends how long it takes them to do it. Mind you, they got Shattered Space out about a year or so after Starfield initially launched. Okay. On the other hand, there'll have been some overlap with the pre-launch stuff for that. So how much overlap there might have been here and when it might come out is still open-ended. But good to know that things are still happening. Moving strictly into speculation here, so here's your heads up, I'm guessing from here on out. I would guess that we will hear some more details in June. Obviously, E3 is not a thing anymore, hasn't been for a few years now, but the various developers and platforms and stuff generally do a big series of showcases in June anyway, usually online, presenting what they're doing in their next at least 6 months or so. I expect we'll hear a whole bunch of stuff from Xbox and Bethesda at that point, including what's next for Starfield. There's also rumours around whether or not Oblivion might be getting a remake, and that would be when I guess we would hear about that if we're going to hear about it. They've not actually said anything either way, so we'll see, but yeah. Rumour has it, and this is very much rumour, that the DLC for Starfield, the next one, will be something to do with the Starborn, as the word was apparently copyrighted, trademarked, or something like trademarked, I think it was, a while back, last summer, I think. So that kind of hints at possibly a product release using that name, which would probably therefore be DLC, which would be interesting. So Those of you who've gotten that far through the game will be well aware of the role of the Starborn in the Starfield universe, and that's cool to have. So yeah, there's what we know about upcoming updates for Starfield, and at least a little bit of a breach in radio silence, a crack in the armour, as it were. Definitely nice to hear this, and yeah, looking forward to hearing more, I guess. I think it's very much a guess, in June. That's when we'll probably hear a whole bunch of interesting stuff, and of course, I will be all over that news like a bad rash when the opportunity comes around. So if you do want to hear about that stuff, then do keep it here. Drop those subs and the notification bell. Really appreciated. If you like the video, please do like it. And yeah, social media links down below, and channel memberships as well if you want to support the channel that way. Massively appreciated. In the meantime, we are playing Avowed on livestream, and of course, continuing on with our 76 content. And having a good time with all of that. And there's some really cool stuff coming up in the weeks and months ahead, video game-wise. So if you want to join us for any of that, then you'd be most welcome, and I'd very much appreciate seeing you there. For now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.